In your sermon, Newton and the Trinity, you said that Newton was against the Trinity. Newton believed it was impossible for God to die on the cross himself, and that the Trinity was illogical. Could you please explain why the traditional doctrine of the Trinity is illogical?
Let's take a look at this diagram, which is an explanation of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit in traditional Christianity. We know that if A equals C and B equals C, then A equals B. Similarly, the Father is God and the Son is God. If there is only one God, then, logically speaking, the Father is the Son, so they are one God. However, from this diagram, we can see that the Father is not the Son. The Father is God, and the Son is also God. Hence, logically speaking, the Father and the Son are two different gods. Obviously, the results of these two inferences are contradictory. The former inference implies that the Father and the Son are one God, while the latter demonstrates that the Father and the Son are two gods. Similarly, according to this inference, the Holy Spirit and the Son are both one God and two different gods. The Father and the Holy Spirit are also both one God and two different gods. Obviously, the results of these two inferences are contradictory. The traditional explanation of the Trinity is logically inconsistent. That's why Newton refuted it. Actually, this diagram is not wrong, but the traditional interpretation is wrong. We know that God is the Word. God represents divinity, which stands for compassion, righteousness, and power. First, what the Father highlights is the creation and power of God. Only through the created things can we know God's existence. From this perspective, the Father is God. Secondly, what the Son highlights is the compassion and righteousness of God. He sacrificed his life to atone for the sins of humanity. Humans also have divinity, but due to their sinful nature, they cannot be called the Son. Only Jesus can be called the Son because he has no sinful nature and embodies complete divinity. Christ is the mediator between us humans and the Father. From this perspective, the Son is also God. Thirdly, the Holy Spirit represents the essence of God. It highlights God's formlessness and omnipresence. Therefore, the Holy Spirit can connect with the divinity of each person and work in their spirit. With the help of the Son and the Holy Spirit, humans can eventually restore their relationship with the Father. The Son is the external teacher of humanity, while the Holy Spirit is the internal teacher. From this perspective, the Holy Spirit is God. Based on the explanation above, we can see that the Father is not the Son is not the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is not the Father. They represent the three persons of God, the essence, form, and function. They are the Trinity.
In many of our sermons, you said Christ is not God, but here you say the Son is God, which seem a bit contradictory. Could you please explain it?
Usually, when we talk about God, we refer to the Father, whereas Christ usually refers to the beloved Son of God, or the Son. The Son is not the Father, so the Bible never states that Christ is God. Instead, it always states that Christ is the beloved Son of God. From this perspective, Christ is not God. God is the Word, and Christ is the way to the Word. Hence, Christ says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. When studying the Bible, we should first clearly understand the primary and additional meaning of each concept. We can't confuse concepts or even talk about something else without realizing it.